Hey guys, this is Jeff Pilson, and you're listening to the Ages of Rock podcast, which kicks butt.
Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy! This is episode 118, and this airs on May the 4th, 2018. May the 4th
right before
be with
Cinco de
you.
Mayo. Yeah,
That's
May the 4th.
not Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, it's the next day, the day before Cinco de Mayo. All right? May 5th.
You didn't say the day before, though.
Well, I
You
meant the day. Yeah, I did.
The day before Cinco de
I
Mayo.
didn't hear that. Oh. So who's the dick now, Dennis?
Yeah, you're a dick.
All right,
Talk about
folks.
dicks.
This week we have Phil Shouse from the Gene Simmons band on.
Who's not a dick? He's not
Who
a
is
dick.
not
He's
a dick.
great,
He's a great guy.
yeah, he's a
Cool dude.
guy.
Good
And
Lord.
having said that, here we go. Hey, Phil, welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Awesome.
My pleasure.
Awesome. I was lucky enough to see you in Nashville during the
Yeah.
Gene Simmons Vault experience. And
Yeah, it was a
you're-
big day there.
oh, it was fun. We had a good time down there. I enjoyed it. And like I said, so during got to talk to you guys for a little bit. And like I said, was it two of you guys were like coming back from the cruise.
Jeremy and Ryan came in hot right from the plane. I mean, they came. I don't even think they went home to shower. They just came in with cruise hangovers and.
Because you
and,
actually started out before, because Jeremy got there early and Ryan was running late. And then you had, and I cannot think of his name. Can you say what his name was? The guy who played bass for you there for a little bit.
Yeah, it's E.T. Brown.
Yeah, E.T. Brown, that's right.
E.T.'s the Gene in our annual Kiss tribute show.
Which is
so, yeah.
something
We're going to get to
we're going
that
to
one.
talk to that.
We're gonna do it as long as this guy can still run around for 3 hours and do that stuff. But we'll see.
Exactly. But
All
no,
right.
that was great. And then, like I said, Ryan showed up and it was a good time. So anyway.
Yeah, that was a good time. Do you have any of the soda?
Yes, I actually brought 2 4-packs home. And actually, a couple of my buddies from high school came over last night. We were sitting around bullshitting. I said, try some of this money bag cola.
Yeah.
One had a root beer and one had a cola. And we got some diets and good stuff. It's not bad.
The cream soda was absolutely delicious. I had that. That was my favorite of the day.
Yeah, it was good. All righty.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
that's
Alan.
available at Rocket Fizz, right? Is that where you get
Actually,
it?
Rocket Fizz and 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven is going to be.
Oh, yeah.
that's-
I don't have.
yeah,
There's no
they're gonna be-
7-Elevens
Well,
around
they're
here.
starting in
Yeah,
what?
neither
Just
here.
California? They're going to
Yeah.
start in California, and then he said that they're going to go, and he's got, what's the other thing he said? A Kiss World display he mentioned down there, too, that I guess they're going to sell this thing called Kiss World, and they're going to be at 7-Eleven, and they're going to be like, I guess they're going to sell collectibles and little dolls, and,
I didn't
however.
He hasn't even told us about that yet.
He mentioned that at the convention after he was talking about the sodas.
Okay.
So, yeah, anyway, they're going to be selling something.
I'm sure I'll hear about it next week.
What,
Or this
Gene's going to be.
this week.
Gene's going to be selling something. That's ridiculous.
He's a master.
All right, Alan.
All right, well, let's just jump right into this. How does one go from Decatur, Alabama to being in the Gene Simmons band?
Well, I was born the son of a poor Filipino sharecropper, and no, it's a long, somewhat crazy, twisted story. But I ended up in Nashville in 2004. I knew Jeremy longer than that. I've known Jeremy for 15 years, maybe a little bit longer. And ended up meeting Ryan Cook around 2010, and he asked me if I could go on the first Kiss cruise with his band Big Rock Show. And I said, I just got this gig with this guy Rodney Atkins, the country guy Rodney Atkins. I said, I can't go, but the guy for your band lives in my house. So that was Jeremy. And so that's how the three of us became the Three Amigos or the Musketeers or whatever you call us. Fast forward to 2016 on the Kiss cruise, Ryan's known Gene and McGee Management for a long time, so he was kind of in more than any of us were. And so Gene asked him to lunch one day to get together on the cruise to ask him to put together a band for only just a handful of shows. It was only like 5 shows at the time. And Ryan said, absolutely, I've got the guys picked out right now. So that's kind of how it happened in a nutshell.
Wow.
Awesome.
Being in the right place at the right time, knowing the right person, right?
That's all. It's really all it is. Yeah. Being
That's
ready
crazy.
for opportunities and then just kind of keep taking them, you know?
Exactly.
So knowing Ryan and the other guys, you guys are in.
No one Ryan, not the pitcher. No one Ryan.
All right, my hillbilly is showing. Knowing Ryan and those other guys.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Ryan put together the whole thing. Ryan made the whole thing happen, and he continues to make everything happen. He's the tour manager and the main kind of wrangler of the whole thing. So yeah, he kind of keeps it rolling.
Is he also the one that runs the rock and roll residency, or do y'all kind of do that as a team?
That's me and Jeremy.
Right.
Jeremy and I started that in 2014, and it's still going today. If you're ever in Nashville on a Tuesday, come to Mercy Lounge around 8:00, and you'll see us and hear us play. And Ryan is a regular guest with us, and when we do cruises and road gigs, which we have coming up, Ryan always comes with us.
So where are you going on the road? Are you taking? So you're taking that on the road?
Yeah, we're actually doing a residency in Vegas. At the end of May, we're going to be at Losers at MGM Grand. I think it's May 25th and 26th.
Awesome.
No, sorry. 24th, 25th.
That's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. So we're out there when Gene's doing his vault. So
Ah.
that's kind of worked out pretty well. So
Yeah, how convenient. Have you been to the Ready to Rock Vault out there? Have you ever been to that show?
I haven't yet. I know a girl that sings with it now, and know some people who have played in it, but I've never been.
I've been before. It was very impressive.
Cool. Yeah, those kind of review shows are always really fun.
It was neat seeing a bunch of guys that you've listened to before in a different type of setting. I saw Paul Sherentino and Doug Aldridge and
when Doug was on it.
The lead guitar player for Heart. I can't think of his name. Hartman. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
It was really cool, and they played great stuff. And the best part was with the ticket, you got 2 free drinks, and then
that's nice.
And then the people that didn't use their drinks would give them to you at the end.
All right.
Yeah.
So Bill was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Right.
So monorail back to the hotel was quite exciting.
Yeah, we call him Fire Bill for a reason.
Oh man.
Could have probably outrun the monorail.
yeah. At that point, yeah.
I'm going to Vegas in July. I'm looking forward to seeing some shows out there. You maybe have to give me some tips on.
Go to the Beatles show if you haven't seen the Beatles show.
I heard that's really good. I heard that's
incredible.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. There's some good stuff out there. You're going to go to Vamped. That's a place I haven't been. Have you been to Vamped?
Haven't been to Vamped either. Our drummer Brent Fitz lives in Vegas, and our regular residency drummer Jared Pope can't make this gig because he has Tom Kiefer dates. He's the drummer for Tom Kiefer, and so we're using. And Brent's off then at home, so Brent's going to play with us out there. So if you haven't been to the show in Nashville or don't know, it's a core band, but we get guest singers and players. And all the guys that live around here: John Corabi, Rachel Bolan, Lizzie and Joe from Hailstorm, Derek St. Holmes, B.B. Buell. All come every week, but we've had like the guys from Deep Purple, Robin Zander from Cheap Trick has played, Alice Cooper, Gene played. So Brent is going to bring in people so we can do the same kind of show in Vegas. So,
well, I'll be seeing your drummer with Kiefer and at Rocklahoma because Kiefer's got one of those. I think he's closing one of the sets, maybe.
Oh, good. That's a great show if you haven't seen that band.
Well, I saw Cinderella back in the early 90s, but I've not seen Kiefer solo, so I'm looking forward to that.
Brittingham is one of our bass players on a regular basis at the residency, too. So, yeah, we know Eric.
Yeah.
Cool.
Brittingham came here to Evansville with Brandon Gibbs and Ian Corabi.
Cool.
I don't remember who the other guitar player was, but it was down here at one of the local discotheques. They had metal nights and rock nights and stuff like that, and those guys were there. So, I've met Brittingham a couple of times. He's a really, really cool dude. I always get a kick out of him.
Eric's great.
Cool. We should get him on the show. We should invite him on the show.
Yeah, he'd be a great guest.
Well, we know a guy that could talk to him for us.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy?
Yeah. There you go. It's kind of cool that Nashville has turned into the rock mecca of the world, of America. It's kind of really, like all those guys are living there. It's amazing.
It really has. I got here in 2004, and it was still not. It wasn't like this then at all, and there weren't that many. I was in a couple original rock bands, but now the thing that's blown up is like there's all these tribute and cover shows going on. Because they sell, they do well. And then Wolf Hoffman and Peter from Accept live here. Michael Wagner's lived here since the 90s. And then Fred, all the guys in Cinderella lived here, and then Karabi. All these guys just kept on moving in, and they used to come. They'd come and visit. And like, yeah, I kind of dig it. I see what everybody talks about. And we're like, now stop. We're locking our gates now, please. Enough is enough.
There's too many of you. I can't get a gig.
Traffic is nearing Atlanta proportions, so it's like it's time to stop.
I tell you what, my wife and I, we love Nashville. We only live 2 hours north we live in southern Indiana. Cool, and actually, I'm going down Friday to see Foo Fighters Friday night. But we've been going there for years. My wife and I go down there and we get a room, spend the weekend, and go shopping and do some stuff. And I tell you what, every year it just gets crazier and crazy. And the downtown to the point anymore, I don't even like going downtown to the Strip. It's
insane.
I mean, Tuesday night, even on a weeknight, it is fucking wall to wall. People, 18,000 deep, too high.
Yeah,
it's just insane. I mean, it's almost to the point where it's dangerous. It's scary, dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
And right now, add the Stanley Cup playoffs in there with it, and it's
it's
madness. I gotta go down there. Well, not downtown, not Broadway, but I'm doing a gig. I'm doing a late shift gig at the Omni Hotel, which is really close to Broadway. Sure. So I'll be going into that madness tonight.
Yeah, and then even and like I said, the prices down here went way up. In hotels,
parking's like $40.
When we first started going down there, we used to stay over at the God damn it, I can't think. It's over by Vanderbilt. Shut up, Bill.
Phil, his wife gives him shit all the time. She's like, you ought to actually know something.
We used to stay at the Hutton. The Hutton was our hotel. It was a brand new hotel. Yeah. The hotel's kind of that kind of ultra modern kind of, and it's a really cool hotel.
Good place.
We used to be able to go down there and get a room for about, $100. It was a little steeper, it's $100, almost $200 a night, but we would do it on special occasions. We called down there to go down there for that one, was for the Foo concert. And they said, well, we have a 2-night minimum. I'm like, well, you know what? We could maybe do 2 nights, whatever. $1,200 for 2 nights. I'm like, you got to be fucking. Now you can't get a room there for under $400 a night. I'm like, that's
par for the course downtown.
Yeah.
You got like the Westin, Omni, the new Marriott hotels going up. That's what it is.
So we stay out by the airport now. We go out by Marriott and take one of those little buses. $10 buses.
He's got
That's the best way to do it, dude.
He gets the presidential suite at the Super 8. There
exactly.
On Elm Hill Pike.
You're only gonna sleep there anyway. So
I get fresh sheets and everything. They say they're crab free, so we'll just go for it.
Well, they say, but
that's nasty. That is nasty.
He's got pins at his house from like the Fiddler's Inn.
Well, I have to jump in here and say I kind of feel sorry for Dennis because he has to suffer through the Foo Fighters on Friday. Bill and I, on the other hand, are going to go see this band called Gene Simmons Band up in Fort Wayne.
You guys,
all right.
You guys are lucky. I know.
Nice.
And this will actually be mine and Bill's second trip up north to see you guys.
Oh, cool. Were you guys in Cleveland?
No, we went to Anderson, Indiana.
Oh, okay, cool. That was a good show. Yeah,
that was a fun. We had a really good time that night. Other than running behind the barricade instead of up on stage when he called everybody up for rock and roll all night.
Oh, yeah.
So we missed out on that one.
Didn't quite have our bearings right. We were like, it's about to happen. So we take off and then we just went the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to be home for that. I would like to go see that. Anyway, sorry.
Earlier you mentioned working with Rodney Atkins, and I know you've also worked with Bo Bice and Chris Cagle and Mindy McCready. Would you like to talk about what it's like to work with those different artists?
Yeah, my first gig in town was David Lee Murphy, and that was my first. And so, but luckily nobody has hired me and made me wear a Telecaster to my sternum and a big cowboy hat. I got hired for playing the way I play and Les Paul at my knees and kind of, doing my Southern rock thing, which is my wheelhouse. No, it's been fun. I've been really lucky. Everybody's been great, and the band members have been great, and it's just been all really good experiences. I learned a ton during that decade, and made some, friendships that'll last forever. And, we're all shedding a tear now because it's so heart wrenching. But no, it was really good. I'm really glad I did it. I wanted to work when I came to Nashville. I came to be a guitar player, and I wasn't picky. I wasn't picky or like, snobby in a way. Like, I'm not going to do that gig. It's not what I want to do. It's like, well, they're going to pay me to not really do anything different, just kind of do my thing in their songs. Yeah, I'll do it. Sure. And I started doing it for 10 years and love it. It's why I'm here. It's one of the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing now.
That's awesome. So let's go into, because Alan and I were lucky enough to see that this last year, and we're going to be absolutely going this next year. Blonder Than Hell. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
So that started, oh man, we've done 7 or 8 now because we did 2 in 1 year. Normally it's annually around Christmas time. Mm-hmm. And it's Jeremy and I, like I mentioned, E.T. Brown. He's in a great metal band called Darkhound. And our drummer is Christopher Williams from Accept.
Right.
And so we started doing this just for fun a few years ago, and we are all complete Kiss fans of the highest order. So our goal was to put on the Kiss show that we wanted to see and play the songs that we wanted to see them play. So we dug and continue to dig really, really, really deep. We do the outfits and the makeup, but no boots and no wigs. Therefore, it's called Blonder Than Hell because Jeremy and I are blonder than hell. But we do it at the exit end every year. The year we did 2, the summer show, Christmas in July, we did Hotter Than Hell and Destroyer albums back to back, in order. And
I would love to have seen that.
Yeah, it was really cool. And the other years are just a mixed bag of stuff. We do a few hits, but we really focus on the deep cuts.
Yeah,
like we do in the Gene Simmons fan.
Yeah, y'all did
exactly.
Y'all did She's So European, and you pulled something off of the Elder, and I was
Torpedo
filming parts
Girl.
of it and sending it to Bill. Hey, here's your Elder song, Bill. We know how much you love it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, for me, it was. I mean, like you said, the look wise. I mean, you do what you do, but
right.
Sonically, you actually are the best Kiss tribute band that I've ever seen, dude. I'm telling you, sonically.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
The music's tight, and I tell you what, your Paul Stanley is just
hilarious.
And then the fucking rants and the raps in between are just so. I mean, I was just like, I had so much fun that night. I almost told Bill,
it's just it's Kiss nerd humor because it's like I take the Paul riffs that everybody knows, and then throw them, turn up the comedy fader on it. And I just make my own. I just make my own up. And it's like, what would you say? It's really stupid.
The talking about the maybe not getting to do it and getting the email from Gene Simmons, that was comedy gold.
Yeah. Well, we actually did. We since things were different last year, that was the first year we did it as members of Gene's band and having like a tie in with Kiss. So I did email him. I said, hey, I think you know about this already. We mentioned it, but just want to make sure before we book it, here's what we do. It is charity too. Part of the cover charge is a can of food or a new toy in a box. So that's part of the deal. So told him that and said, we don't suck. Here's some clips. And, he emailed me right back like he always does. He said, absolutely have a great show. Thank you for the courtesy. So, yeah, so I did that.
I tell you what, if anybody has not seen that show, it is well worth it. And like I said, we drove down. It was a 2-hour drive, saw the show, drove 2 hours home, and went to work at 5 o'clock in the morning that morning.
Oh man!
And I was like, though, it was the greatest thing. I mean, I talked about it all day. I couldn't believe this shit I saw last night, dude.
When he says he talked about it all day, he bitched about how tired he was all day.
Well, that's what I too.
Well, I didn't make it last year, but I'm coming this year.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. It's always as close to Christmas as we can get with people still being in town. But yeah, it'll be at the Exit Inn again this year probably. And we'll haven't got the set list yet, but we're running out of things we haven't done.
Yeah,
you
played so much shit last year. It was just incredible. We had met Christopher Williams at the Rockin' Pod last year, and that's how we found out about it. He goes, whatever you guys do, you got to make sure to come down in December for this Christmas show. And as soon as I see tickets for it, we bought tickets. We bought tickets early for it, and I was like, we're definitely going to go for that. And yeah,
it was the biggest year we ever had. It was like we did 30 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Which absolutely killed me. I had to go have a moment backstage before anybody could go back there and almost throw up and pass out and stuff. But yeah, it was fun. We really went nuts last year.
Yeah, but no, like I said, sound-wise, sonically, it was incredible.
That's the thing. We really tried it because we have older. We use 70s amps, and so we really try to keep it real sounding, and we really are in character the whole time, and we really take the music, the banter's tongue in cheek, but man, we are Kiss, man. We take the music very seriously.
Yeah, that was good.
Did you guys do Love Theme from Kiss this past Christmas?
We've done the whole thing before, but we did a part of it as an intro to She.
Yeah, that's right.
We kind of, because we used to do the whole thing into 100,000 Years, but this year we did it a little bit differently.
Right, cool. Have you done Two Timer?
Yes, once.
I love that song.
And I'm telling you what,
you need to do it one more time then.
You need to do it one more time, like this year.
I tell you, man, that guy, like I said, your Gene, his voice is just fucking fun. His playing is just Gene-esque. So he's Gene all over again, dude.
Yeah, he was the last piece of the puzzle. He was the last guy that we befriended, and when we met, but he's like, I'm a bass player, I'm a huge Kiss fan. I was like, light bulb. Hey, I got a job for you.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's a well put together group, and like I said, it's a good deal.
Thanks for saying that, man. We appreciate that. Thank you.
We will definitely come back. So
can you talk a little about Can you talk a little about Mutt merch?
Yeah, Mutt Merch is my T-shirt company, and if you can't tell by the name, it's dog themed. We make dog and human T-shirts, but they're all music themed. So we have the Beagles, Black Labbath, Grateful Dane. We have Bones and Noses. Let's see who else. Notorious P.I.T. Prance. And several other designs too. So the website is muttmerch, muttmerch.com. And we're just, when is this going to air?
Thursday.
May the 4th.
Yeah.
Oh,
2018.
Cool. Okay, so May the 4th, we're having a huge sale May the 4th. All T-shirts are $25. And if you use the code JEDI at checkout, you get $15 off your order.
Okay, we'll make sure to.
But we're running a lot of big sales the whole month of May, so just keep checking back and follow. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, so check us out on there too.
I'll put that on our Facebook page and on our website on this particular episode. So
awesome, thank you.
We'll get that pushed out for you what we can.
Awesome,
cool. You don't have
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you have any Kiss related dog shirts?
Not yet. I have one in mind. I gotta run it by the boss first. I've been very careful not to infringe any copyrights on the said shirt. So yeah. But I have one planned.
I dare you to do a grumpy cat shirt.
Oh, the grumpy cat. Yeah, that'd be great. The Peter shirt.
That's awesome. So they, I had talked to Ryan and stuff. Are you using the vintage guitars also?
Yes, yeah. I was the first guy that got on those. I went into a store and picked up one of the V6s they have that looks like a guitar that Hendrix used to play, and it blew away the one that I had made by the real manufacturer, and I was sold. And then I got a V100 that looks like Ace Frehley's guitar. I can't say the name, and that was great. And so I turned Jeremy onto him and Ryan onto him, and they've been great supporter for us, man. I think they're running the three. There's a picture of the three of us. They're running in ads in, I think, Vintage Guitar Magazine or Premier Guitar Magazine. So yeah, they've been great. They make great guitars that are affordable.
Yeah,
And
I actually, Ryan was the one that told me about it, and I've been doing some research, and I actually went today to Owensboro. That's the closest dealer that I could find, and actually played one for the first time, looked at it, and messed around with it, and actually came back to my hometown or to my store, and my guy, I just actually ordered one today. So
great!
I got
congratulations.
the cherry burst stressed cherry burst kind of
Nice,
kind of
awesome. Yeah,
so
I have six of them now, and that's all I play are my vintage guitars. I love them.
I've got a Paul Reed, and I've got actually a Dave Grohl DG 335. I can't take out of the house because I'm scared it's gonna get. And these are perfect. These are actually what I want, to where I can take them to gigs, and if they get chipped or broke or banged, I don't care about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But no,
it's not heartbreaking. Yeah, I really love those guitars.
Yeah, so I was gonna next time I see Ryan, well, we'll be seeing you guys in Indianapolis actually at the Kiss Expo, but we're gonna be up there. We're gonna have a stand up there, so we'll see you there. But
we'll be stumbling around there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. But no, like I said, you turned me on to those, and on the way home, I told Kelly, I was like, well, yep, I'm gonna get one. I'm set on it.
Yeah, they're great.
So, yeah. Anyway, so I'm just going to tell a quick story because I was going to pull this into there. So on the way home, I have to turn in my fucking Man Rock card because we're actually on our way home from Owensboro, and I had some news today that was disturbing, and we've not really been just about some people I know, some passed away, and so I've been kind of out of it all day today, and we're on our way home, and we have the satellite radio going. And we're driving along, and I'm just kind of singing along with the radio and not even thinking about it. And Kelly looks at me and she says, "Why are you singing Dave Matthews?"
Oh,
I go, "Oh my
wow!"
God. Number one, I said, "Why are we fucking listening to that?"
Oh man.
And number two, why am I singing along with Dave Matthews? I just instantly turned it, and I go, "I've got to mention this on the show tonight," because I said, this is the funniest shit ever. Because I was going, I can't believe I was singing along with Dave Matthews.
Well, if it gets you through whatever you're going through, man, more power to you. Sing away.
Dave Matthews can get you through anything.
Oh, but his wine can. If his music was as good as his wine was, I'd be a huge fan of it.
I had to come home. I had to come home and listen to some Priest or just something. But I was going to tell you guys about that. I was like going, why in the hell am I singing along with Dave Matthews?
I thought he was going to tell us.
I think you just got your man card back for sharing that.
There you go.
Podcast,
I can admit it. So
I thought he was going to tell us he was listening to Helen Reddy and singing "I Am Woman."
I'd have been okay with that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to really watch what I listen to and sing along with. So yeah, I wasn't doing it just unconsciously going, wow. The thing was, my wife calls me out on it. Why are you singing?
That's funny.
I've been that unconscious before.
Anyway, let's go back to our guest now. I had to tell that story though. But no, I do like those guitars, and I cannot wait for it to get in here. So hopefully by the end of the week I should be getting it. So
well, you know what? I'll share in your Dave Matthews embarrassness.
Okay.
I play saxophone as well, and this has been a long time ago before I moved to Nashville. I played with a couple cover groups, and we did play some Dave Matthews stuff. So I had to play Ants Marching and on sax. So I had to play some of that stuff. So there you go. There's my story.
There you go.
Did you get paid for that though?
Not very much.
Yeah, but you got paid.
That was, That was probably before I started making any money. So that was one of those exposure gigs, I guess.
Yes.
So
exposure don't pay the rent.
There you go. Yeah.
You admitted it. Now you've confronted your demon. Now you're okay. It's just like that.
I feel good. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders.
Well, half this show's got it right. Wow.
Awesome.
Oh, like I said, it was a long time ago.
We're bringing that up on Friday, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, this next run you're doing with Gina, it's a 3 gig? 3 gig?
Three gigs. We start off in Clear Lake, Iowa at the legendary Surf Ballroom. And then we go to, awesome. Yeah, I can't wait. First time there, too. And then we go to St. Charles, Illinois, to the Arcata Theater. And then I think it's pronounced the Follinger Theater in Fort Wayne, where we'll see you guys.
Yeah, the theater, the second place you were going, that I was looking at that online. That's a small place. It looks really
in
small.
St. Charles? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a real small place.
Yeah, and I've been looking at their schedule. They've had Accept there and Tom Keeper, so they get this kind of act there. So it's got to do well. And Chicago's a great rock and roll town. So that's going to be a good one.
We're looking forward to Fort Wayne looks pretty cool too. I don't know if you've seen that venue. It's an outdoor venue.
I checked it out.
It looks kind of cool.
And I think that we're kicking off like their summer concert series.
That's
so this is going to be a great time.
It'll be fun. I can't wait.
Awesome.
Be great.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be a good run. So what are your influences? What got you? I mean, when you started playing, who were the people that you
probably
pushed you?
My first favorite band was Aerosmith. I was like 5 or 4 years old when I liked Aerosmith. And then I just picked, and as far as guitar goes, it was a picture of Joe Perry in the gatefold of Bootleg 78, that album that I saw, and I was like, that guy is the coolest. I didn't even know what cool was at 5, but it's just like I was drawn to that. It's like I want to be that, whatever that is. I'll figure it out later. And then when the whole hair metal movement hit, I was Monkees and the Beatles, because it was in '86, and that was the Monkees revival, like the 20-year anniversary. So the shows came back on TV, and I fell in love with it. And then from there, got into like British music and got into the Beatles. And then the Beatles hit me like a ton of bricks. And that's all I did was rent Hard Day's Night and Help week after week after week after week from the video gallery, and just watch them and memorize them, and then learn all the songs. That's how I learned to sing harmony vocals. Was I'd learn every part to every Beatles song. And so I learned how to harmonize that way. And then nobody really influence-wise comes close to the Beatles and Kiss. They're about on par. Nobody really impacted not only my musical life, but my life like music, like the Beatles and Kiss. They impacted the way I think, speak, dress, my work ethic, everything. But of course, like Eddie Van Halen, ZZ Top, Michael Schenker is a huge one. Who else? There's so many great ones. I was a big thrash guy in high school, so Metallica and Slayer and all that stuff I love. Judas Priest, Deep Purple, just the classic, the classic rock thing. I just love all that stuff.
Awesome.
What was it about Kiss? When did you first get into them?
I was a little bit late. I was a sophomore in high school when my friend Brad McWhorter made a mixtape. Remember those? For me. And I said, focus on the makeup stuff, but put a little what you think, because he knew the whole catalog, and he had a pinball machine and the whole thing. And this is in like '91, so it was kind of between Hot in the Shade and Revenge. And so he made the tape for me, and I think it led off with Deuce. I think it had a lot of Alive stuff first. And I was taking guitar lessons at the time, learning the pentatonic scales, wondering why it doesn't sound like Van Halen. And I just couldn't make any sense out of what I was doing. And then I heard Ace, and it just clicked. I went, that's what I'm learning in lessons. I can probably play that. And I could. And so I learned the entire Alive record note for note, and that was it. That was before you didn't have. There was no YouTube. Kiss was not. Kiss in makeup was not on MTV. There was no really way to see Kiss like that, except the Kiss Vision videos, which I learned about later and got some of those. But at the time, you really couldn't. If you didn't see it then, you just saw pictures. And you just heard about this band. There were giants that walked the earth, and they split fire, and they shot rockets. I was like, I'd love to see that. It sounds awesome, because I just like the music. That's what got me was the music, and then I could play it. And then you get on, then you finally see a Kiss show. And the first Kiss show I saw was Revenge, and that was before I saw.
Which is a great show, by the way.
Oh, it was amazing.
Oh, it was an awesome show.
Good set list too, and good stage production, and they were playing great. It was awesome. And then after that, I finally saw a videotape. I got a Kiss Vision videotape of a Kiss makeup show, and was like, oh my God, this is real. You know, when you see old shows of like, old Van Halen and old Kiss, you're like, I can't imagine watching this. Like being in the room with this going on. It's just amazing.
It is cool.
But yeah, but then the whole, you learn more about them, and it's just so us against the world, and we're going to stick to our guns, and we believe in ourselves, and we're going to do it. And that it's contagious. And, I've applied that to my, career and just my life in general. And I think it's, it's a good band to be a fan of. And only Kiss fans really understand that. You can't explain it to somebody who doesn't like Kiss. They'll get you like from fucking Mars, but that's why it's like a family,
And it's funny because we'll fight about that too. if you're ever on any of the other, following tracking stuff on, somebody posts them on Facebook, it gets sideways fast.
and it's funny. Kiss fans are like family because Kiss fans can make fun of Kiss with other Kiss fans. If somebody else steps in,
oh yeah, somebody's getting nasty.
It's like, what did you say about my mother? It's like somebody talked about your mother or something. It's like it's serious business.
Yeah,
that is exactly right.
Yeah,
it's funny. Because we the three of us are Kiss fans, but we all have our own thing about them that we like and don't like, and it's the way it is. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
that's the cool part.
There's not many bands like that.
Yeah, there's not
really. There's not many things like that. Even it's like Star Wars or something.
Yeah,
it's like that kind of fanatical thing.
Made an interesting point because I didn't think about it from that perspective, and nobody's ever brought that up before. We've talked about it. Is that period in the late '80s and '90s? Late 90s, I guess it was when Revenge was coming around and stuff like that. The really, videos had quit.
Revenge was in the early 90s.
Yeah, okay. MTV quit playing videos, pretty much.
Right.
So there was this gap.
But then even when they were, it was like X and Sex, Unholy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hide Your Heart. It was like that stuff. And
then
it wasn't until the rise to it when you see them putting the makeup on. It's like, oh.
So it's interesting. I really hadn't thought about that gap in time because I always thought that, I guess I was so ingrained in it from such a long time ago that I always remember it. But there is a gap there. It's kind of interesting. That's cool.
So until 96, when I saw my first reunion show, that was like the first time I saw, that kind of Kiss show.
Now, where did you see them on your first reunion show?
That was in Birmingham, Alabama, at the BJCC.
Awesome.
Cool. And I think I saw him in Nashville also. So I saw Birmingham first.
And we saw we all three went to the one in Louisville, second show.
Oh, cool.
That was cool. That was
so
good.
we got to see Alice in Chains. They're next to the last show.
Oh, wow. I forgot they were on that.
And the odd thing about that is Dennis and I went together and we didn't know Alan.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was
we get to talking about it not long ago, and it's like, well, wait a minute, I was at that show, and it's just a funny world, and
it is.
It's funny how music brings people together because I've known Dennis a long time, and I've known Alan a couple of years, and then ironically, we were at a Judas Priest show in Evansville, Indiana, and Alan walks by, and it's like, wait a minute, I know that dude. And then I introduced them, and then a year later that we're doing this podcast thing. So,
crazy!
It was just weird that music just brings people together and puts you in a different spot. And obviously, it gives us a great opportunity. I mean, this has been an amazing ride for us. Really, it's been fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, those are fun.
We've met a lot of cool people, like you guys and stuff, and we constantly meeting and like I said, we would have never known about this Kiss show in Nashville, like the Kiss story, not Kiss story, but the Kissmas show, but just because of the podcast and all this stuff, and then since then we've met, talked to Ryan quite a bit, and we've been talking to Chris for over a year now, and just it's just neat. I mean, and then we come to got to be friends with a lot of you guys, and it's been great. We've had a good time.
And I think now more than ever, like people in bands, fans have access to people in bands more than ever. It's easier than ever to get a hold of somebody. So that's even making everything tighter.
It's funny because even on this, we've to get people on the show, sometimes we'll just I'll just send a tweet out to somebody or a list of people and just say, hey, we're interested. Would you like to be on our show? And sometimes they respond, and you go, "Holy shit!"
I think our first holy shit moment was I tweeted Rudy Sarzo And he sent me a direct message with his email address and his Skype ID, and he's like, "When can we do this?" I mean, it was just that quick.
Awesome.
We've had a couple other things like that. You tweet somebody out and they respond. It's like, well, holy shit, they're responding. And, which is kind of cool, you know. You
have a direct line to everybody.
Yeah,
now,
it's kind of
weird. And a lot of those guys don't have social media managers and run it themselves, and so you're actually talking to the person, you know.
And we talk about this too. The cool thing is we've not had anybody on here yet that's been just a dick, you know.
Well, our interview is
except Dennis.
So
because we have, so we don't have to.
I get it. I get the dick all the time. Well,
Alan,
along with Dave Matthews. So what the fuck?
When Alan and I get a guest to come on, we text them and make sure they know that you don't have to be the jerk. We have one.
Cool. Well, guys, we're not done yet. So
night is early. Awesome.
That's all right. So has your exposure with Gene Simmons band, has that gotten you other gigs or different? Have you had any work from that's come about?
The Ace Frehley stuff, I guess, probably would be the thing. So we're backing Ace in Australia also. So that's unbelievable. It's getting stupid now. It's like, what's going to happen next?
I want you to know, if you see me start turning green, it's envy. I'm not going to mode on you.
Yeah, we found out that Ace was on the tour when we found out that we were probably going to be the backing band for him too. So that was wow, this is crazy. So, but as far as gigs, not really. Exposure, hell yeah. I mean, my name and all the guys in the band. Well, Brent's already been huge for years, playing with that guy Slash. But Ryan and Jeremy and I definitely got a big boost in exposure from doing all these gigs, and we were ready to be totally blasted. We were ready to be totally hated because Kiss fans can be pretty harsh. And we were amazed at how positive most everything has been. So we love it, and all the reaction has been really positive to us, and everybody that we've met's been great, and all the interviews that we've done have been great. So we're really, really lucky and thankful.
Yeah. I think probably the reason for that is because you guys are true to the music, and you guys are just really nice to the fans, and you don't I'm with Gene Simmons now, so fuck you.
We're like when we're playing a show, it's like we're you guys. Right. We're as big of fans as you are. We're just getting to be up here.
You can tell it.
Like we are absolutely.
And people right now, and people though too, your fans are fucking tickled pink that Gene's not playing the same 17 songs that they play every fucking time. I mean, he's been playing shit that we've been wanting to hear forever.
Let me say this Let me say this about the run this week. We didn't go digging this time. We went fracking this time.
Fuck yes.
We got the machine. We got the machine to dig sideways.
Wow.
So might get a two-timer out of this yet.
Man, I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word.
Oh, don't say a word. It's more fun.
Yeah, don't say a word.
I wonder how much I can get for a Foo Fighter ticket. I might have to go now.
50 cents.
We pulled some shit out, and I am super excited about this run.
I don't want one text from you motherfuckers when I'm at that concert telling me what you're here.
It's gonna be exactly what's happening.
It's gonna be the same thing. My first one I ever did was with Ken Mills at Podcast, and it was before the Cleveland show, so no one knew anything. And I said, if you're there, you're probably gonna cry, and if you're not there, you're probably gonna cry because you're not there. It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same thing. I can't wait to do some of these tunes.
Oh, you're gonna have a good time.
Awesome.
Damn it!
I think that, and honestly, I think that's what's kind of got people excited. That Gene. It was cool. I mean, I think Alan feels the same way. But he it was cool seeing Gene in a different environment where he had to be. I mean, he is a front man, but he's not. Mm-hmm. He's not the front man of Kiss. I mean, that's Paul. But
right.
Seeing him in it have to be the front man and carry it, and he did a great job.
And not be a demon, just be Gene.
No, and just be cool. And he was he was a little pissy a few times about people with their cameras and stuff like that, and but that's fine. It didn't bother.
That's Gene's stick,
it was just
too.
It is.
Yeah.
But I thought, him cutting up on stage and the poor guy in Anderson that was laying the words down there that he wrote on poster board that afternoon and just giving that poor guy all seven kinds of hell. That Ryan told us didn't even work for you guys. He worked for the venue and didn't have any no idea.
Oh yeah, he was a local crew guy. Know what the hell was going on? So
yeah,
Gene. One of the things he wants to do is he wants to make it different than a Kiss show because there's already a Kiss doing shows, so he doesn't want to do a repeat Kiss show, and so that comes with like the stripped down stage, just the band and equipment and different songs they don't play, and the one-on-one intimate feel, getting people on stage, that kind of thing. Which he really loves doing that because it gives people something different.
Yeah, it's fun. It was so much fun. I mean, it was after it was over. It was like driving home. We drove back to the hotel. We could have got there in about 3 seconds. You were just. You were just. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have a blast every show, and that's the Gene. Like we kind of hang out. We hang out a lot with him, and when we're on gigs, and yeah, we have a blast, like off stage and on stage. We just have a really good time.
I'm looking forward to seeing Foo Fighters, but I really envy you motherfuckers because I'd like to see that show. I really do.
Maybe at least Grohl will pull up a guy in Gene makeup like he did last time. So.
There you go. That's true.
That guy ripped. I mean, he wailed.
That was good. That was.
He just took it over too. He's like, "Give me the guitar and get out of my way."
Yeah.
Well, St. Charles is only 3.5 hours from here. I could probably go the night before, hit St. Charles, drive home, and then drive to Nashville. You never know what I might pull.
You've been known to do that before, so
I have been.
That sounds doable to me, man.
I'm on vacation all week too, so it doesn't.
See, there you go.
Oh, you should go for sure. I'd go.
I know. We'll see. Anyway,
actually, I think I will go.
Burn.
Yeah,
ouch.
That's one thing about Dennis and Bill and I. We're like this whether we're in the same room together, whether we're on Skype together, or whether we're just texting back and forth every day. I swear, if any of our wives looked at our little group text chat we got, they'd probably make us podcast.
A lot of dick jokes.
They would. I guarantee it. I'm like, just don't look.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
It's a lot of fifth grade humor is what it is, basically.
Of course it is.
So anyway.
Awesome. All right, Phil, you want to talk a little bit about where people can find you, get your stuff. You can plug Mutt merch again and get all that stuff going?
Sure. The Mutt merch can be found at muttmerch.com. That's where our shop is. And you can also follow Mutt merch on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And me too. I'm on Instagram as with 2 E's, Phil Shouse. That's my Twitter handle as well. And my Facebook page is Phil Shouse. And Shouse is spelled S in front of house.
Cool.
In front of house.
All right.
Awesome. Alan,
I have one final question for you.
Shoot.
Do you think Vinnie Vincent saved Kiss?
Oh, Jesus.
I've heard somebody else ask this question before.
Are you fucking serious?
You don't have to answer that. I just giving the guys at Three Sides of the Coin a shout out.
I just listened to Ryan's Three Sides just a couple days ago.
I was over at Dennis's on Sunday afternoon, and he was watching that just as I pulled up, and that was the question that Mike asked Ryan just as I got there. It was hilarious.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Okay.
No, man, Vinnie came to the Nashville Vault thing and was great. And
has Vinnie saved the fringe jacket? That's what I want to know.
Exactly.
He's bringing it back hard. I mean, every time I see him, he's in a fringe. He's either red or green, or he loves that fringe. He's a Bon Jovi.
with matching boots. He looked awesome.
And purse.
Yep.
Anyway,
he was great.
We love Vinnie. But yeah, that was a great time there. So anyway, these guys will be seeing you this weekend or this week. That will
be tomorrow night if you're watching this on May the 4th.
Right. Yep. And then we will see you in Indianapolis too at the Kiss Expo. It's going to be a great time. That's going to be a fun weekend.
That is going to be a great time. We're so excited. We're getting involved. We're involved in that. We just can't believe it.
We've got a booth, and we'll have some beers, and we'll have a couple beers and laugh and do some.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think we're gonna be up there Saturday and Sunday. It's not Friday, is it?
It's Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, so we're gonna be up there Friday and Sunday.
Days.
Awesome. And I'll mention too, of course, the Gene Simmons tour dates are at genesimmons.com. Yeah, so definitely. that's where all our stuff is. And,
we don't want to forget to plug Gene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If you follow me or Ryan or Jeremy on Facebook or anything, we are always posting about what we're doing. So we're easily found.
Cool. All right,
Man,
and then the Rock and Roll Residency on Tuesday nights,
Yes.
right?
The Rock and Roll Residency is also on all the social media platforms, and we are at the Mercy Lounge in Nashville on Tuesday. Most Tuesdays,
Right.
we're getting rather busy this summer, so we're missing a couple, but we're pretty excuse me, we're pretty much on. So
Right.
come on down to see us, and it's free.
I'm gonna
too,
make that
so.
one. I'm gonna make
Yeah,
that
I
one.
want to go to that one time. I got to get down there.
It's really fun. We've got this. It's the core band, and this the guest singers that we have. The people that our friends that come sing and play with us are just the talent pool is insane.
Deep.
It's everybody's so great, and it's so much fun, and it is like it's a big fun hang. Not like you're going to a concert. It's really like just a get together, and it's a blast.
Cool.
If we end up making it, we'll contact you beforehand, let you know we're going to be going down there. So.
And yeah, make sure we're on and come on
Yeah,
down. We'd love to have you.
That'll be the night they
Actually,
cancel.
I'm on vacation. Well, I'm on vacation
Exactly.
this week. I thought about that. I was like, well, man, I'm on vacation this week. When we were talking to Ryan, it's like, well, Ryan said we're leaving to go on that tour, so you're not going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah,
night, so.
we split tomorrow. We split tomorrow night, and then I think we're missing another one. I don't know, not for a while. I think when we get back from Sweden, we're missing one. We're gonna take a rest. So
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to make it. It's only 2 hours, so we'll go down there one night.
yeah, and it's free. Can't beat it.
Yeah, can't
Cool.
beat that. Price is right. Awesome.
All right, Alan.
All right,
You
well,
ready?
thanks for being on the show, Phil. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it too, man. Thank you.
All right,
No problem.
folks, check us out on agesofrock.com. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, and until next week, peace out.
There-
Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.